the podcast. We've gotten some pretty good feedback from a lot of good people. We also get a lot of good questions, man.
Yeah,
A
we
lot of
do.
good hashtag Ask Scots. And my man Aaron, he hits me with them all the time. And
Awesome. What's he got this week?
I got you one right now. I'm pulling it up. I got to find his text messages. I just had it. There it is. Aaron Gartland from Dothan, Alabama,
Hey.
hit me up. He said, hashtag Ask Superkick this time. Throw that out there.
Yeah, thanks. I'm not sure I could still get my leg that high to super kick anybody.
I know I couldn't.
Uh,
He wants to know if you could share your typical week in the Southeastern Championship Wrestling territory.
wow. Sure, yeah. I mean, like, if I started on TV day, which was a Saturday, TV would be at filmed and shot at 10 a.m. and we would pull up to the little, and it was Channel 4 in Dothan, Alabama, tiny little TV studio, and they would move everything back. They would wheel in a set of bleachers and some chairs, and I'm not sure. I think it may have seated 60 people, but we would pull up early in the morning, and there would be, a line of people waiting to get in, and they turned people away almost every week. It was Saturday morning. It was fun, something to do. It was an hour, and so we would do the 1 hour show, and then that night, that show we did would air at 6. I want to say 6 o'clock, something like that, on the local Channel 4 in Dothan, and our interviews would be in just a few hours in Dothan, Alabama, at the Houston County Farm Center, and we filmed it in Dothan that morning. It came on TV that late that afternoon, and when it went off the air, I think it went off at 7, and the show started an hour and a half later. And you could be sitting at home and go, "Hey, you want to go?" You know what I mean? If you lived in Dothan and you watched that show, "Hey, let's go." Okay, let's go. Man, that town was on fire. I mean, we did unreal business there. But anyway, that would be Saturday night. Sunday, we all lived in Pensacola, so Sunday was Pensacola. So you would do Dothan, then after the show, drive back, home basically, and then the next day, Sunday, Pensacola. Monday was Birmingham, and that was a 4-hour drive. So you would leave 2 o'clock in the afternoon, something like that, drive to Birmingham. That gave you a little time to stop and get something to eat and get there by 7. Show started at, I want to say, 8:30. It's crazy how all those shows back then started late. But and so we would do this. Now, he did say Southeastern, right, Mike? He said
Yes,
South.
he said
Continental.
Southeastern.
So this was Southeastern. So yeah, TV in Dothan, Sunday Pensacola, Monday Birmingham, Tuesday was Mobile and Mobile, Alabama, and that was about an hour and 10 minutes from where we lived near the beach. And then Wednesday, a lot of times would be off. Some for a while they changed it to Montgomery, Alabama on a Wednesday. Then Montgomery changed to a Thursday. For a while, sometimes Montgomery would change to a Friday, but that didn't change all the time. That was after a while it would change, because what they tried to do was what we called a spot show. A spot show would be something driving close to Dothan, Alabama, and it might be a National Guard Armory or a high school gym or something like that. And it was somewhere we weren't there every week. We would be there, once a year. And so it would be just small towns that the TV reached, but we never went there to wrestle. And so And it would always try to be something that was on the way to Dothan, because the next day was TV. We had to be there at 10 in the morning. So we would do the show on Friday night somewhere and then drive to Dothan, get a hotel, spend the night, wake up, go do TV, back to the hotel, hang out for a couple of hours, and then to the show, and then home. So short trips, all the, other than Birmingham, 4 hours there, 4 hours back, that was once a week. And that was cake, because you would put, a number of people in the car. Look, when my dad and Brad went as a tag team to Georgia to do Georgia Championship Wrestling, which turned into World Championship Wrestling, when they did that, I was still here wrestling. And Jimmy Golden had a van, and we'd put 5 guys in it. And, everybody chip in, pay for gas, and just make a big party out of riding up there and riding back. And it was look, as a young dude in the wrestling business, I couldn't have been happier. It was a blast. And Jimmy, was a heel for a long time, and then he turned babyface and back heel. And so that was when he was babyface, I was able to ride with him, because I was never a heel in Southeastern or Continental. I was just the young Armstrong boy, one of Bullet Bob's boys, and always a young babyface. And but yeah, man, it was a dream come true as time went on. Arn Anderson and I became roommates, and we would, once that happened, we rode together all the time. White Lightning, Tim Horner was down here at the time, and Brad too, and the 4 of us. My dad would make trips by himself, and we would say, "Dad, just jump in. We'll put 5 in there." And he'd go, No. You guys do your thing. I'll be fine." He didn't want to get in the car with 4 young 20-somethings and ride from town to town. He said, "I'll just do my own thing." I think about that a lot, because, we're just young. We were invincible. We acted a fool. We thought we were rock stars. You know what I mean? We were wrestling and going to the beach all day, go back home, get a shower, pack our bag, jump in the car, and off to the races. And, we weren't my dad, after the show, my dad wanted to drive right back home. He married and got a house and all that. Me and Arn and Brad and Tim Horner, we couldn't find a Waffle House fast enough. We wanted to eat like pigs and just have a good time. You know what I mean? We were in no hurry ever. And my dad was not about that. He had already done that.
He didn't want that all-star at 11, 12 o'clock at night, huh?
Yeah, no, not at all. Hey, look, here in Pensacola, there's Waffle House. If we were in Birmingham on a Monday night, we'd pull into Waffle House at 2 in the morning. The only people in there were the waitresses and the cook, and on a Monday night. And we walk in and go, "Hey guys," because we'd come back. You know what I mean? It was, hey man, it was fun to us. I'll say that. That's all that mattered. It was a lot of fun to us. But that's a great question, man.